welcome to episode 20 of Infamous Second Son Going Evil. This episode, I actually forgot exactly where we were. I think we were about to actually come in contact with Fetch for the first time. Or pretty close. I forget exactly where we are. It's been a while since the last time we played, or I played. I said we as in it's our playthrough, that general thing. If you did not watch the last episode on this, I covered how I am going to do these episodes from now on. I am going to be covering, or I'm going to be doing a story mission and then a fuck ton of side content, like getting blast shards, clearing out different side objectives, that general thing. Excuse me, even though you didn't hear it, I had to burp. But that is how I'm going to do it. I did say last episode I would try and do another story mission, but I think it would just be better to do a story mission, clear out a good bit of shit, even clear out these, and see if I have anything I want to talk about, go from there. Uh, let's go kick some ass. Uh, the reason why I'm going around killing as many people as I can is because I need to get this rampage up, this super. Up in the top, the skull. The 5 will start blinking, and I'm going to try and get it where you can see it. Just for those that haven't watched all the episodes all the way through, because I did cover this a couple episodes ago. When it starts blinking, it's like a COD power-up. It starts blinking faster and faster. When it blinks fast enough, it'll go away. But once you get up to 7, you get the ultimate. Oh shit! I don't want to waste my. I don't want to waste my. In the vent! In the vent! In the vent! Oh! I live, but barely. Round 2, motherfucker. Oh. Okay then. I'm gonna take it as me fleeing gave them a chance to flee, because they were shooting themselves as they were fighting me.
High drama at the Pacific Science Center today as an unidentified man scaled Seattle's iconic Space Needle and attached an enormous banner to its spire. And while the meaning of the flag symbol and the identity of the banner man both remain mysteries, what is clear is that Seattle's bioterrorist population...
Banner man. Pretty lame, right?
In other bioterrorist news, Seattle's continued his rampage with 3 more random killings on that city streets yesterday, bringing the total to 21 innocent citizens slain in the week since the bioterrorist serial killer began his deadly spree. For USTV News, I'm Charles
Nelson, sorry.
Sorry for butting in here, but we did have a good pause in between last episode, and if there's anyone that actually keeping up to date, I know there's a couple people that have watched a couple episodes. I think there's like a view on the other episodes. So for the ones that haven't, if it's not the same person, still just trying to make sure. The person that the person on the TV was talking about is not actually Delsin, the main character. they were talking about the laser light show of a person that we were about to go talk to, and or not just talk to, find their hideout, chase them down, get their power, and do a lot of different things. Let's kick some ass. Also, the reason why I did just kill those people there, and I'm sorry about cutting the news anchor guy off, but the reason why I kill all those guys there is for XP. The more XP I got, in XP as in the level there, the level criminal, that bar going all the way up, where it fills up completely, gives me up to the next level. To get that XP, basically, is doing evil actions. This is the easiest way to do it, is just kill random people. Because each kill gives evil. It is not the same amount of evil as a actual attacker, but it is enough where it could actually keep you up and up and up and just generally get you higher levels pretty easily.
I got hung up, but I found out there's this bioterrorist maniac.
Yeah, I just heard. And can we please not use the B word?
What? A bioterrorist?
Yeah, you know, that's just a slur invented by the DUP to make people scared of conduits, man.
Look, whatever you want to call him, let's just track him down. Find out what he can tell us about Augustine.
And drain his powers.
Okay, fine. And drain his powers.
I'm telling you, it's gonna work.
All right, they just found a body in Fifth and Briar. Go check it out. But promise me you'll be inconspicuous? Yeah.
That was a little drink. Look out below! You are a bitch, Anna. I just don't want to deal with you. Fuck all you. Hell yeah.
Well, that hit the spot.
Even though I haven't played in a good bit, I am still in the groove. Fuck. Hell, before this recording, I do want to finish this. Before this recording, I double checked, triple checked, and quadruple checked that I am unmuted on my headset and everything. Like, I made sure I was completely ready, so we can just get this done.
Police officers at this crime scene, okay? Not DUPs. Now, I'm here to support you, but killing cops.
I got it. I'll put my phasers on stun. Okay, I did it your way. I'm past your boys in blue.
Thank you.
Although, what's the use of having smoke powers if you're not going to use them?
What? Ah, I should have murdered all of them, but that is better for story. This is just gorgeous.
Well, found the victim. Definitely the work of a conduit. It's very showy.
Okay, I need you to take a couple pictures of the crime scene and send them to me. Anything that might give us a lead.
Okay, sending you the picture, but I think he blinked. There's your wounds. I wonder what kind of power did this? Fire blast or lasers? Ooh, what about flesh-eating death gaze? I wouldn't mind absorbing a little flesh-eating death gaze, right?
Delson, even if the guy who did this is a prime conduit, we still don't know if this power transfer thing's even gonna work.
Well, you know what? If it does, my first victim is gonna be the guy who came up with the name Bannerman.
Bro, you really need to let that go.
Okay, multiple things.
I'm hearing sirens, man.
Okay, I'm sorry to keep pausing this, but I do want to say stuff. They are. This is most definitely a prime conduit. Most definitely because of the amount of stuff there, how long it lasts without them constantly touching it, different things like that. This is most definitely a prime conduit. Second, how is that any of the powers that Delson said? How is it something to do with fire, laser vision, or flesh-eating death gaze? How does any of those correlate to laser show or laser art specifically?
Yeah, let me check real quick. UP's been cordoned off the area. I've warned the Seattle PD to stay away.
Has to be the conduit. I'll check it out. Reg, I got a convoy of dupes heading to the scene.
Oh, fuck all it.
Clear them?
Leroy Jenkins.
Not like you went the steer clear route.
Huh? Not my style.
And I want the super back. Come here, motherfucker. Hell yeah, thank you for the super and the boost. That is not supposed to happen. That was jank, but I'll fucking take it.
Chances are there's going to be a lot of DUP there. DUP with shoot-to-kill orders.
Wow. Well, hate to interrupt this little pep talk, but you got any luck with that first victim on your face database thing?
No, nothing. Victim must not have had a record.
From the looks of the guy. Jeez, you were right. The place is crawling with dupes.
They really want to catch this guy. You know, their reputation's on the line here.
Yeah, well, so is mine.
Hell yeah. I'm really surprised they didn't hear me just dashing behind them. But I'll take it.
Oh, hell yeah!
No, it's get the
How-
conduit.
how's it going?
Jeez. And good luck with that.
How are you not going to do your thing yet? Turtle up, thank you. Fuck. No! No, don't regen, you mother bitch. Fuck. Fuck.
Suck on this.
He should have said breathe deep like Caustic. I cannot wait to get the finisher regen, or not health regen, energy regen. Yeet, motherfucker. I can't do anything while he's shooting me. Okay. Wait, hell yeah, I got him. And I leveled up. Hey! That allows me to get deep. Wait, do I have level 4? Is it level 4 or level? That's a obliterating drop. Ah, shit, level 4. Shit. But you know what? At least I have a high power shotgun. That I'm already putting to good use. Are they not all dead? There we go.
Well, this conduit sure got a certain style. kind of nouveau sick.
Okay, I just need...
Let me guess, face and wounds.
If it's not too much trouble.
Alright, there you go. Stand by for wounds.
No need. I got a hit on the face. Guy's a drug dealer. Rap sheet's a mile long. Look around for his stash. Might give us a clue why the sniper chose him.
Okay, just so y'all know, the reason why they want the wounds is not to identify who the person is, because the wounds would not actually help identify the person. That would just identify the object that killed them. You want the wounds to see what killed them and how it killed them, which is interesting for what they were trying to say it does.
Holy!
Holy what? What holy? Delton, are you okay?
Yeah, found our sniper. Going after him.
Be careful.
It was a holy cow because it was turned into ground beef. It has a lot of holes now.
One of you. I mean, one of us.
Your phasers are set on stun. No, they are
I'm
not.
gonna hurt you. Yeah, especially if you don't slow down.
Your phasers are set to smack. Well, she's gone.
Stop! Come back! Nice meeting you.
You get him?
No, he ran fast, like really, really fast, conduit fast, man. Screw flesh-eating death gaze. I want that.
Now, don't be greedy.
Funny thing, man. Just before every shot, you could see the neon sign behind him dim a little.
Must be his power source. Head back to the sign, see what you can find.
You should see what this guy can do, man. Like lasers or something. I'm telling you, it would be great to have a 1-2 punch like that and smoke when I get to Augustine.
Take it easy. We've got to find him again first.
Okay. If I remember correctly, on the good playthrough, I did that exact same thing, tried to do the exact same thing. But because of the good upgrade, this, or the good upgrade, which is that, which gives me that, I have this on villain, which allowed me to get that distance and that vertical height, which is amazing about how this game does it. Other games in the Infamous series do have a little bit different, or the abilities are different because they are not the same abilities. The respective dash mechanics for Infamous 2, because Infamous 2 is the beginning to these dash mechanics, like Phoenix Dash, Ice Jump, Lightning Tether. Those are just beginning stages of these different movement abilities. This is not something they really had, but I would see how this would work. The only problem with that, comparatively to Infamous 1, Infamous 2, you're able to, or Infamous 1 and Infamous 2, or not, I think it's only Infamous 2, actually, that you're able to use all the abilities at once. Or you're able to use good and bad. I don't think you're able to do that in Infamous 1. I don't know. Well, with all that said, let's kick some ass. Or, I don't want to specify what I was meaning. That uniqueness is amazing about Infamous, which is why it's so replayable, in my opinion, why you can do so many different things, because each playthrough, you could play a little bit different. Like, you could save a different charge and do something else instead of that. Like, you should still get these different things, but instead of maximizing grenade output, you could do something else. You could do different combos, different things you want to do, not just the same general thing. Infamous 1 and Infamous 2 specifically had more depth in each ability type, or because each ability type was electric, but even when you got the other ability, which is Infamous 2, either ice or fear, literally fear, you would be able to have a different power set that actually is pretty in-depth for your overall kit, and it gives you different abilities. The only downside to it is it doesn't give you a new primary attack. a new basic Bolt. I would love it, and that is something I would love to do if I ever do get the chance to make a Infamous reboot. And for those people that have not watched my episodes, and I've not made this video type in a good bit, and I do want to get back in the swing of things, of making videos very well, and trying, or not back in the swing, trying to make everything flow a little bit better, so I'm experimenting with this, and as it sounds, it doesn't really sound all that good to constantly repeat all sorts of different things. But for those that haven't, I am wanting to be a game designer, which is why I have my YouTube channel, which is my entire thing. Why I have it, what I'm doing. I'm wanting to be a game designer and make games. I'm wanting you to understand who I am as a person, how I think, how I act, so you can see the creative style that is going into the games that I want you to consume. And it's not that I want you to consume them because I want the money. I want you to consume them because I know they will be worth your money, which is the key thing about my games that I do want to advertise. I am not greedy. I'm not going to have a fuck ton of content that is going to be cut out of the game for DLC. That is bullshit. Any DLC I add, okay, some games, like I do want basic concepts. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm making basic concepts, like giving broad strokes of these game ideas. My ideas are never simple. My games are going to be over the top, crazy. They are typically going to be an anime type game, but not in the like Genshin. I don't want the I don't like RNG unless RNG is like a main mechanic, like in Destiny's case, where that is what you're playing with. That is the enjoyment, is the RNG, not having to constantly roll to get the thing you're actually wanting to fully. Genshin is a little bit weirder because you have to pay for it, which is my entire thing, is what I was trying to say, because you actually have to pay for that re-roll if you want to do it, unless you're grinding a fuck ton for the specific material. I believe I don't play Genshin because I hate the gacha format, but DLCs, like I'm going to have a horde-based mode that I do think I want free DLCs, but the unique gimmick about those DLCs are going to be you have to complete the previous Easter egg, like in Call of Duty Zombies format. It is not going to be Call of Duty Zombies. It's going to be more Killing Floor 2-esque than Call of Duty Zombies, but I want to compare it more to Call of Duty Zombies because it is going to be more of a good mesh of both, because it is going to be a constant build-up, rock and roll, and I do mean rock and roll literally, because it is going to be a hype meter for your entire kit. Like, you have a shop you can go to, which, okay, sorry for going to tell, I'm going to say this, and like, so you can understand my game philosophy and what I'm going to do and have just fun with. This is not going to be my first game. I think is actually the first time I'm actually going in depth into the second game in the RRP universe, and I do want this to be in the RRP universe. I don't know how I'm going to fully implement it exactly, but it is, the story doesn't matter, but the gameplay is, you have a shop, like basically a shop like in Killing Floor, where you have to go to it, but it does not move at all. It is always in a specific place on the map. The place itself is actually zombie-proof, where zombies cannot get to it, or whatever they're going to be called, the husks, zombies, unnatural, like whatever the fuck I want to call them. Those creatures are going to be not able to get to the shop, which allows, in a multiplayer environment, for the people that have to go AFC or AFK respectively. And if you don't know, AFC is away from controller, AFK is away from keyboard. That distinction is not really necessary, but it is pretty nice, because personally I would go AFC. But that allows them to, in a multiplayer match, like my little brother, he loves playing the Easter eggs over and over and over again in Call of Duty Zombies. That would allow him to say, if he has to go get dinner or get something to eat, do something at all, and they're doing the Easter egg, he can go there and guarantee he keeps the shit. Sure, and I do want to make sure they cannot cheese it. There is no being able to shoot through it if you can't even shoot. Or I want to go with, you can shoot down or up, but you cannot shoot out of the tube, because I do want to go with it as a tube that is pretty visible no matter where you are. It is like a cutout in the map. It is very fucking obvious, with magical voodoo hoodoo all around it, because I didn't specify this, but I really like Supernatural. These things are... Let's specify this. RRP is going to be my first game. RRP stands for Reaper Recruitment Program, which I think should tell you enough, and it is going to be anime as fuck, is the best way to put it, which is why I talked about Genshin. But yeah, the game is going to base around a hype meter where the more you do in, like, if you haven't played this game, I highly suggest playing it. No matter how you can get it, play Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm is basic, like the general how you get points in Bulletstorm is what I'm wanting to implement, not the exact combos. Like, I'm wanting to add different ones and unique ones for specific enemy types, because I do want different enemies, because that's always fun to have different enemies which has different weaknesses, different buffs, nerfs, like different things to have different attributes when you're fighting it, which is amazing for overall combat, because it makes more playtesting, more play space, more variables that you have to consider in every action, which is amazing, which is actually really fun. In my personal opinion, that's part of the reason I love Destiny's combat, because it's, or Destiny PvE combat, because of that. But I had a point. The combat, the more you do in like a Bulletstorm, getting like Bulletstorm has combos. Bulletstorm has combos to get more points, like shoot the guy in the dick and then shoot the guy in the head to get a bonus points called mercy killing. The weirder kills you get, like if they're running, you shoot them in the foot, you trip them, you kill them that way, you get bonus points, different variables for different amounts of bonus points for different glory kills. I think they're actually called glory kills, but each one is different variables, so you can buy ammo, buy upgrades, buy all sorts of shit in the vendors. It is going to work not identical to that at all. It is going to work in the doing different things give you different amounts, and you can build into it or not build into it, and you do different things with it. Like, you can build into this bar in general. But base, the bar does three things. It gives you one of your select perks, because I do want the general progression of like COD Zombies, because that is fun, going from basically nothing, working your way up through the rounds with the rounds, that general thing, where it is going to be each bar, each time you have a field, it's basically, I don't know how to describe it, but basically a Guitar Hero meter. I forget the exact Guitar Hero, but in the Guitar Hero meter where it fills up and then you can do something with it, that general thing. Where when it fills up, you have three options. You have get your next perk down the line of your perk setup. I do want a lot of customization here and multiple classes, unlike RRP, which won't have classes at all. They'll have your own, like Albion Online, how they do the general class setup, but not even close to that in depth and complicated. How I've seen it in their ads, how it's and complicated in a good way. If you do want to play it, it does seem like a lot of fun. I just have not been able to play it because my phone is broken and it's not on PlayStation. If it ever gets to PlayStation, I will most definitely try that game, because it's very, very interesting, to be completely honest. Just the concept about it, but how it has build crafting and general just class making, because you're not making a build, you're making a class for your general playstyle of what you're wanting to do because of how they do it. That is one RP's style of build crafting. This game is going to have more killing floor, but more simplified killing floor. Instead of having so many different classes, there's going to be like the basic classes: tank, assault, medic, utility, and I want an all-arounder, like I do in these games where they have specific classes. I am always going to implement an all-arounder for those people that want to either play solo, which would allow them to just do everything if they really want to, have all-around abilities, or if they're going into a thing with allies and they want to use everything, not really want to pick something, they can technically pick all of them but not be good at one specific thing, but can do all the things, which is what the all-arounder would do. And that general thing, I want those general play styles and more in depth. Like the assault, I broad stroke that because it is a broad stroke. The assault would be able to have think the light in the finals, where they are smaller, faster, more nimble. They have high damage weapons, but they are like a wet paper tissue. They can get bitch smacked by just about anything. Where on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's the tank, which can do so many other things. But that general thing. And I am wanting to animate the fuck out of it because it is connected to lore-wise RRP, which is going to have... It is basically going to be anime Titanfall, which is a lot, and it is going to be my first game. I'm not saying this game is going to be done right when I get my PC, and this is the reason why I haven't started my game, but... when I do get my PC, when I do get a good enough PC, and I do have a time frame now, which is interesting, once my mom's school return hits, we'll be able to get it. And I say we because it would actually help a lot of people, to help my community, because then I'll actually be able to give to it more and be able to get more people in my community, which will allow me to do all sorts of different things, and the money will be able to help my family. I say we a lot because a lot of things I do is a community effort, and I constantly think about multiple people. I never really think about just myself, which is why I say we a lot, because it's a constant us effort when it's anything, because I never just think about myself, which is a good thing and a bad thing, to be completely honest. But yeah, I have talked about, and I won't touch on this and then get right back to what I was doing in the game, but I did talk about in previous videos how I want to do a remake, remaster, revamp, whatever I really can call it to make it most scientifically accurate, technically, for Infamous 1, 2, Festival of Blood, and even Infamous Second Son, a complete revamp, remaster of all of them, with unique... I do want to touch on this because it's actually pretty cool, but briefly, like Infamous Second Son, I want to go in more depth of the abilities and make it more of a DC Universe Online, because I think that's what they were wanting to go for, like that. That, I think, is the main appeal of this concept, for like making a DC Universe Online where you can make your own character, but with the ability of having a Delsin, which is, like I said, an all-arounder, able to do all sorts of different things. But I think it should have the customability of Infamous 2, where you can have different primaries for each ability, different secondaries, like different everything there. But if you are maining in it, like I want the General Buildcrafting to be, where you can main in it or be the Delsin character. If you're maining in it, you have, like, say for Delsin, he has, or she has, because I do want it to be that general, like, creative character, because Delsin, I do think they'll always have to be Indian, because that's just part of the character, like that general thing, but their general character could be male or female. That does not matter, and that little touch will allow them to have more creative liberty when making their Delta character and playing through the campaign. I think the campaign itself should be the introduction, and you have to complete the base campaign to get into the multiplayer. I'm touching on this because all of that is very important for the general flow of the game, and that is very important for overall gameplay and investment, because you're wanting to make the players really enjoy the game while also being enjoyable. Whereas that, I'm enjoying the game because, ooh, pretty numbers. There's so much to do. I'm constantly having to learn more, adapt more, overcome more, and generally build, craft, and think a little bit more. That constant evolution of gameplay is what makes games very entertaining, in my opinion. But with all that said, let's kick some ass.
Well, one thing this place tells us is that our sniper is a sniperette.
Wait, what?
You should see this, Reg. It's like the girliest sniper's nest you've ever seen.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It's just girled up. Girl stuff. Like the name Brent burned into the wall in girly handwriting. And it is definitely the best smelling assassin's den you could ever be in.
Okay. Look, just send me photos of anything you think might help. Okay, those definitely, very likely belong to a woman.
Like you know.
Okay, I can see how you might think those are women's shoes.
Yeah, they're like size negative.
I have a question. Like, this is a genuine question. I do not mean any offense by it. When people say, like, waitress, actress, why is there the tris? Like, I don't even think there should really be a goddess, because why is God male or female? Like, sure, men controlled everything, but that does not mean that is a man word. You could easily make, like, for example, man. I mean man sometimes as, a lot of people should, as human, because human is the best man. It is not male or female, it is man, human kind of thing. But why would there be a goddess, a actress, a waitress, a snipetress, whatever he said. But why does there need to be that? Why is that a thing? That's just an extra division that isn't really necessary. And I talk about that because there's a lot of divisions in modern day society that are not needed, that are very obvious, that can easily be just ignored. But a lot of people like having, or a lot of people get it shoved in the face and like having that division, no matter what it is. There's so many different divisions that I don't even want to talk about, but it's that even in language can have a massive impact on how the society interacts with itself, which is why I'm talking about the trisses and just all of that. It's a lot of division that isn't needed.
Seriously? A serial killer who reached Jane Eyre?
Oh, totally. Jane Eyre is like the female Catcher in the Rye.
I wonder who Brent is.
I can't help you there.
So, anything else interesting?
Relax, I'm looking. I guess this counts as interesting.
That's interesting, all right. You know, it's a long shot, but maybe if I run this through the database, cross-referencing the name Brent, I'll get lucky.
You know, if I had smoke and lasers, I could, like, put on light shows in our living room.
Oh, that'd be putting your powers to good use.
Hey, Reg, I was just thinking about the bras.
Well, stop, okay? Seriously, just stop.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Okay, I'm thinking when I get to Augustine, it's gonna be like, boom, smoke, and then once I got on the ropes, it's like, zap, zap, I'll whip out the laser show.
Good to have a plan. Hey, I got a hit on the photo. Name's Brent Walker. One arrest 2 years ago for minor drug possession. Get this, found dead 2 months later in an alley. Cause of death? A single puncture wound of unknown origin through the chest. I'm sending you the address now.
Yeah, our girl's definitely got a thing against drug dealers.
Sure seems like it.
It's weird though, man. If she's just killing drug dealers, then why do the news reports make it sound like she's picking off random victims like it could be anybody?
Yeah?
Well, you'd think the DUP would want people to know the killings weren't random. That if you're not a drug dealer, you're not in danger. That'd sure bring the panic level down.
So you're saying what? The DUP is trying to scare people? Their job is to control the panic.
I'm gonna quickly check how long this recording has been. Hell yeah, it's only been 37. The only reason why I knew where that was is because of the mini map. Oh, that's amazing that I only have to graze them now with this. Give me that juice. You're a bitch and ho.
Nelson, I heard shots. Did you kill them?
Hey, I was trying to do my duty as a citizen, man, but they were trying to do their duty as criminals. All right, I'm at the alley, but there's a bunch of heavily armed dudes here. Looks like a drug deal's going down.
I hate to go all cop on you, but it is the duty of every citizen to step up when they witness a crime in progress.
So now you do want me killing
Stop you
people
back
with my
in the kid. I
powers.
didn't say kill them, just rough them up, scare them a little, and destroy their stash.
That last bit is the only thing that actually makes this a heroic thing. Is destroying their stash. So I can just kill everything like I already did, and not have to worry about it. I believe that is everyone. Yeehaw.
Reg, you should see this, man. Speedy Gone Crazy is a tagger. She's a pretty damn good one, too.
Yeah, well, don't forget she's a murderer, right? Pretty damn good one, too.
That is just gorgeous.
You gotta admit, girl makes a mean vortex. She sets a lovely altar. It's actually kind of touching.
Yeah, well, there's good touching and bad touching.
Literally.
And now we come to the highlight of the tour.
Okay, that is full bore crazy.
Okay, so the girl stops off for takeout, comes here to sit with Neon Brent to tell him all about her day, while she chowders down.
You know, Olaf's has a location on Alaskan Way. He's supposed to have one of the biggest neon signs in the city.
Hey, if I had neon powers and a Chowder Jones, that's where I'd hang. I am on my way.
I am going to speed run the fuck out of the next okay. I don't think I have enough time because that would also be the boss fight for getting the power and everything, so I'm not going to do that. I am going to curb stomp these guys and gonna call it a day. Or not curb stomp. Slam down so hard I explode and the shrapnel of my body killing everything. Which is technically what he's doing, which is disturbing. That he's slamming down with such force, he is popping like a water balloon. But that sounds absolutely disturbing when you keep in mind he is a conduit. He does not explode in viscera and gore, he explodes in smoke. Because his goal is to slam down using that impact, but before he actually hits, turning into smoke, and then boom, detonating that smoke everywhere. Like a kinetic energy weapon, actually. Like literally just like a kinetic energy weapon. He's just emitting enough force for the just smoke to hit things hard enough. Which is pretty fucking cool. With all that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will catch y'all in the next one.